where you mentioned Hezbollah, because earlier this week you wrote an opinion piece for The Australian where you really criticised Julie Bishop and the Australian government for the potential to sign an MOU with Iran, potentially putting Australia a little too close for comfort, if I can paraphrase your words, to Hezbollah, which of course still is a prescribed terrorist organisation by the Australian government. Really, I got to say I'm a bit with you on this, Michael. If there's a rolling out the red carpet for terrorism, you'd have to wonder if signing an agreement with a country that is still actively supporting Hezbollah is more like the red carpet.
Well, Julie Bishop seems to have forgotten, I'm sure Dan Tan remembers, that there's an Australian dual national in Lebanon at the moment on the run from Interpol who killed 6 tourists in a bus in southern Bulgaria. So, like, we're really going to open consulates of the Iranians in Melbourne and Sydney, while a guy who effectively works for them, who's a dual Australian citizen, is on the run somewhere in Lebanon. Come on, you know, pull the other one. I think. Look, there's big news with the Iranians overnight. The Supreme Leader's just pulled a pin on the verification process in a very strong and in fact wild statement, if you ask me. I don't know what President Obama's going to do, but we in Australia have to stay consistent. All terrorists, all dual citizens who this might apply to, not just ones from organisations that happen to suit and the convenience of the government, have to be treated so that the safety of the Australian people is protected at all times.
You know, if you watched Question Time this week, and of course I did, you really got under Julie Bishop's skin. I noticed that you featured in one of her answers in Question Time, so it'll be interesting to see if you continue to be able to make her jump when you push those buttons.
You know those quiet moments that come at the end of a question and her answer, and as she sat down I was a bit impertinent and I yelled out, "Thanks for publicising it," because a lot of the members on both sides weren't aware of it, and she, you know, effectively did me a service by getting so stuck into me.